Okay, hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. So yesterday's session was with Miss Maha about how to make a position paper, and I believe she explained it in the best way. So I won't revise it today, but we may revise it tomorrow. But unfortunately, yesterday's recording had a technical issue, so the session wasn't recorded. And now let's start for today. But before we start, today is the International Mental Health Day. So don't forget to make your mental health a priority. Smile, always be optimistic, and try to make others happy in this day. Mental health is a double-edged sword. So if you take care of it, it reflects to your whole health and make you shine. But if you don't, it can dim your light and affects your body health. So smile and be optimistic. So let's start today's session with no more long introduction. And you know, guys, I believe that only 10 participants to 15 are just watching or training sessions. Actually, this doesn't make me mad because I believe that those 15% are the most serious, and I will stay working for them because it's not your fault, you know. So others just register, maybe just to have a certificate, but they don't take it serious. And you know, this is a great and advanced program, and glad to see her today. So let's revise points and notions, but today it will be an easier version for you. So I hope you will all get it. And if you have any questions, you may raise your hand. So let's start. So as we said last time, we have 4 points. We may use them during the conference because we have to be diplomatic and there's a criteria and a diplomatic way in order to speak and to communicate with each other. So we have 4 points. The first point is the point of information. So how do you use those points? You raise your hand, and when the chair says your country's name, you say point of information, okay? So the point of information is directed to other delegates for the purpose of asking questions in relation to speeches and draft resolutions. For example, if there's a delegate presenting a speech and he said something that's not clear, or he said, something that's not clear, so you can raise a point of information to ask him to clarify for you, or maybe to ask him a question regarding his speech. Second, we have the point of inquiry. It's raised when a delegate has a question regarding the council proceedings. So for example, you're a delegate in the conference and you have misunderstanding of the flow of debate. So you may ask, for example, you may raise the point of inquiry and ask the chair. This is directed to the chair from the delegate, maybe about anything concerning the council proceeding. You can ask, for example, how to make a speakers list. What should a speakers list include? Or you may ask what follows the moderated caucus. So it's the unmoderated caucus. It's directed from the delegate to the chair to ask anything about the council proceedings, about the flow of debate. And then we have the point of personal privilege. It's raised when a delegate experiences personal discomfort. For example, if you want to leave the meeting for some minutes, okay, in order not the delegate to mark that you were absent, so you raise a point of personal privilege. When the chair says your country's name, you say, may I be excused? And then of course the chair says, okay, you may want to go to the bathroom, you may want to go and smell some fresh air, you may want to drink water. So you point of personal privilege. And the last one is the point of order. It's raised by a delegate to complain of improper usage of parliamentary procedure to the chair. For example, I am the chair. If I did something wrong, for example, if I put the unmoderated caucus before the moderated caucus, and this is not the sequence of the flow of debate, so you raise a point of order for me and you say, chair, you skip the moderated caucus and you just move to the unmoderated caucus, okay? And here's we said that we have points that can interrupt. For example, you directly open your mic and you say them, and we have points that can't interrupt. So here are the points that can interrupt: point of order, point of personal privilege, and here also the point of order can't interrupt. So it's preferably to let the chair or the delegate finish their talk and then you raise your hand. I will send them to the group. And here we started with the motions. We said the motions led us to move from one part of the flow of debate to another. For example, to move from the roll call to opening the debate, to the speakers list, to the moderated caucus. So in order to open the moderated caucus or to open the speakers list, the delegates must raise a motion. So let's see how to make a motion, how to motion. So first, the chair motions. I say that delegates, the house is now in order. Are there any points or motions on the floor? And then you start raising your hands. I select one of you when I say the country's name, and you say, because we didn't start yet, of course, this happens after the roll call, okay? So one of you motions to open the debate. You say, the delegate of Zimbabwe motions to open the debate. And then the other delegates, all the delegates must agree on opening the debate because we all want to open the debate, right? So when you want to agree on a motion, directly when the motion is said, you say second, okay? So for example, I'm a delegate now, and the delegate of Lebanon motions to open the debate. And all the delegates must say second, second, second. Yeah, you can say. And then after opening the debate, you also have to raise your hands to now open the speakers list, because as you know, as the flow of debate, we have to start with the speakers list, which includes the country's position on the topic and a summary regarding the topic. So in order to open the speakers list, there's a motion you have, like to write it down, or you can memorize it. You say the delegate of France motions to establish the speakers list for speakers time 1 minute. You have to include a time for the speaker, okay? And then the chair says, and then if I hear many seconds, okay, I say that this motion clearly passes, and all the delegates who wish to discuss their speakers list raise their hands. And for example, maybe 10, maybe 15 of you raise their hands. I have to write down who are the countries who want to discuss the speakers list, and I start to call them one by one, and you present your speakers list, okay? And then when we finish the speakers list, when we finish all the speakers who want to say their speakers list, we have to move to the moderated caucus where we discuss subtopics. And this motion also you have to study, or you may write it down and read it. So you may say the delegate of France motions to suspend the rules to move to a moderated caucus to discuss blah, blah, blah. As you know, we have many subtopics. We may have 10, 15, 7. Okay, you choose one you want to start with. And you say, for example, to discuss career guidance for speakers time 1 minute and total time 7 minutes. So I can understand from this motion that you want to start the moderated caucus. You want to discuss the subtopic, which is career guidance. And we have a total time of 7 minutes and speakers time 1 minute. So the chair knows that I need 7 speakers for this, okay? I may take 2 to 3 or 5 motions on the moderated caucus, okay? For example, every delegate can like put any subtopic different from the other, and then we vote on those motions or on those subtopics from the most disruptive to the least disruptive. And here's we want to move to the unmoderated caucus. You motion, the delegate of Lebanon motions to suspend the meeting of total time 15 minutes. Okay, maybe the unmoderated caucus for 20 minutes. So he say the delegate of Africa motions to suspend the meeting of total time 20 minutes. And if there are no other motions, we will vote, and the motion that takes the highest votes will pass. And you will be in breakout rooms with your allies, and the countries that are friends with you. Okay, you can't be in a group with your enemy in real life. And then when the time finishes, if it's 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 10 minutes, I don't know, you will be back into this conference, into the conference we will be in. And then one of you have to directly raise, you have to all raise your hands. And when I choose one, you can say the delegate of Lebanon or of India or of any country motions to discuss the draft resolution, because in this unmoderated caucus, you were discussing and writing your draft resolution. So now you have to tell all the delegates, what did you prepare? What resolutions did you came out with? Okay. And then at last, we motion to close the debate and to move into voting procedure. Look, in the first day, we will only write working paper. So we will close the debate and adjourn the meeting for tomorrow. And in the next day, you will transfer your working paper to a resolution paper. We discussed the format of them, and you will vote on them, okay? Is everything clear till now? Do you have any questions? You may raise your hand if you have any question regarding what I said.
No, thank you.
Okay, great. And now look, guys, I prefer, if you can't study those verbal motions, you can write them down on a piece of paper, and then you can just read them during the conference. Of course, not all of them, like one by one, okay, by order. So if you found those motions really hard, you may take those. Those are much more easier. So the delegate of Lebanon motions to open the speakers list. Okay, here we said motion to establish the speakers list. Here, if you want the easier version, you can say motion to open the speakers list for speakers time, 1 minute or anything. And to open the moderated caucus, you can say the delegate of blah, blah, blah motions to open the moderated caucus to discuss any subtopic for speakers time, blah, 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 and total time, blah, 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 okay? So we're using here open instead of the other verbs. Motions to open unmoderated caucus for total time, and motions to open the voting procedure. You may choose whatever you want, but of course, I believe those are much more advanced, and those, if you say those motions, you may get extra grades. But if you don't, you might take this easy. And here is, we said how to pass a motion. So in order for the motion to pass, 50% of the delegates, for example, if you were 10 delegates, 5 of you must agree on the motion plus 1. Yani 6 of you must agree on the motion to pass. And as we said, when we motion to open the debate, and to open the speakers list, you can all say second to agree on the motion. By saying second, you don't raise your hand, you direct open the debate now. So the delegate of Lebanon motions to open the debate.
Second.
Great. Are there any second delegates?
Second.
Okay, yeah, I need to hear all the delegates opening their mics and saying second, because we all want to open the debate, yeah? Or we can close the meeting and go. We have to all agree on opening the debate. So the delegate of Lebanon motions to open the debate.
Second.
Second.
Great, yeah, now we open the debate. And then, guys, we have written motions. The one we discussed before are verbal motions, you say them. And now we have 3 written motions. For example, if a delegate, while presenting his or her speech, mentioned something that is directed to your country in undiplomatic way, or said something that is false about your country, okay? So you can write a right of reply to not to the delegate, of course. You may write it to the director, and the director will send it to that delegate. This right to reply is that you have the right to reply to this delegate that he said something false about your country, or he as if he beaten your country verbally or in undiplomatic way. So you have the right to reply to him or her, okay? And this, of course, gives you extra marks because it means that you're understanding everything and you researched well. And okay, let's skip this crisis notes. And then, of course, as we said, you have to write notes to form blocks and allies before moving into the unmoderated caucus. And now let's end with a video to just clarify more for you what are the motions and points.
In Model UN, committee proceedings are managed through something called points and motions. Points and motions allow delegates to direct the flow of committee proceedings and choose which kind of debate they wish to engage in at the current point. There are several types of points and motions. The four types of points in a Model UN conference are the point of personal privilege, the point of parliamentary inquiry, the point of order, and the point of information. A point of personal privilege is used to express a personal request or discomfort, usually when a delegate is inaudible or when a delegate wishes to leave the room. It may also be used to ask for drinking water or to adjust the temperature of the room. A point of parliamentary inquiry is used to ask a question to the executive board or the chairperson of the committee. The delegate is only allowed to ask questions regarding the rules of procedure and not about the agenda or topic of discussion. A point of order is used to point out any errors that the executive board may have made while monitoring the flow of debate. These are usually in case the executive board forgets to ask for a vote or forgets to take attendance or similar. A point of information is used to ask a question to another delegate after their speech. These can only be used in formal debate at the end of a speaker's list speech. The different types of points improve the overall experience of the delegates and are the simplest way to communicate with the executive board. Motions, on the other hand, are used to direct committee proceedings or to move from one element to another in the flow of debate. Motions must be raised by delegates and are voted upon by the entire committee before being put into action. There are virtually countless different motions, but the most important ones are the motion to begin a moderated or unmoderated caucus and the motion to introduce a draft resolution. As the name itself suggests, a motion for a moderated or unmoderated caucus is used to begin an informal debate or caucus. A motion to introduce a draft resolution is used to stop further debate on a topic and move into the discussion of the resolution and moving into voting on that resolution. Remember that there are several other motions that a delegate must be aware of, but
so as you can see here, okay, motions to set the speakers list, or we can motions to establish the speakers list, or motion to open the speakers list. Here, motion to suspend the debate to discuss blah 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 for speakers time 1 minute and total time 7 minutes. Here's to suspend the debate for the moderated caucus, okay. And then you have all those, okay, just. And now delegates are, yeah, and now participants, are there any questions before we move into public speaking? If you have any question, you may.
No.
Okay, great. So it seems that everything is clear for you, right? Is everything? Yes. Okay. So let me ask you questions if there are no questions from you. So, okay, I want someone to tell me how many points do we have? Raise your hands too. Okay, Anoop, please.
There are 4 points.
Okay, great. Rukaya, please tell me what are those points?
Point of information, point of
Great.
inequity, point of personal privilege, point of order.
Okay, great, thank you. And I need someone now to tell me what is the point of personal privilege is used for. Okay, Anoop and Rukaya, again, they raise their hands. I need other students, please, or I may choose on my own to see if you are all getting. Please, Adam Smith, could you please unmute yourself? Adam? Okay, let's. Athar Shihab, can you hear me? Okay. Jihad Zre, can you hear me? It seems everyone can't hear me. Jihad, please unmute yourself. I just want to know, why do we use the point of personal privilege? It's easy, even if you get it wrong. Okay, Nidha, you raised your hand.
Yeah, so we use point of personal privilege for when we have when we feel some discomfort, or when we want to excuse ourselves out from the session, or we
Yes.
want another delegate to repeat his speech, or anything that has to do.
Here, but to ask a question about his speech.
Yeah, and anything that has to deal with personal preferences.
Okay, dear, thank you. Just maybe there are some delegates, some participants are chatting. Okay. I'm here, please send the video. Oh, you can't unmute. Okay, let me see just if there is any problem. Okay. And now I have a question for Darshan since he raised his hand.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. So Darshan, could you give me just any motion, a motion on opening the debate? How to motion to open the debate? For example, you are representing India. How to motion to open the debate?
A motion to?
Yeah, how do you motion to open the debate?
I'm thinking.
Okay, so I may help you a bit. Yes, I may share the screen. Yes, you can see here. Okay, how to motion to open the debate? What does it say?
Oh, ma'am, I have forgotten.
Okay,
Ma'am,
okay, so.
I lost my notes somewhere.
Oh, okay, I will send them again to the group, don't worry. So I have Rukaya, how do we open the debate?
First of all, the share motion. Then I raised my hand and said that delegate of Lebanon motions to open the debate.
Okay, great. Or you may not be representing Lebanon, any country. You may, for example, be representing Romania, Norway, France, okay? So now let's move to how to increase your confidence while presenting. You know, this is a really important topic to discuss because public speaking is really essential for MUN. For example, when we are in real MUN, so we are, it's not virtual, it's real. So you can't go up on the podium and let them notice that you are shy or you are afraid or your voice can't be trembling. You have to be confident. Okay, you have to fix your posture and go strong and confident in order to get more marks and in order to let all delegates get your point and the chair gets your point. Okay, because to win the best delegate award, you have to be really confident and really strong. You have to be confident of every word you're saying, because if you're not confident, some delegates or maybe the chair or the director may doubt with your words, may say that maybe you are saying something wrong, so you're afraid of. So let's see how to increase your confidence while presenting. So as you can see here, we all live panic attacks while presenting. We always of course, we always been on a podium. We were always presenting in front of anyone, maybe in front of the class. So you experienced something called panic attacks, discomfort. You experienced worry, okay? And let's see how to get rid of this. First, you have to delete all excess lines of your speech, because in MUN, you have a limited time to present your speakers list or your moderated caucus. So delete excess lines that are useless, that you don't need, okay? And this let you seem confident, and it makes your speech more strong. It makes it short on time, and really it wraps everything. Like you don't need to write a lot in order like to make your speech wrapping everything. No, you can just write 40 seconds and it will be enough. You have to keep your speech simple. Like don't go and search for synonyms that are really advanced and you can't even pronounce. For example, because when you write such words that you don't even know, you didn't experience before, you may start to like the words will start running out of your mouth, and this won't seem and won't feel confident. So keep your speech simple. Next, you have to prepare well. Like don't just write your speeches right before the meeting, okay, and you go unprepared and just try to read them, because this won't sound confident. You have to prepare well. The best tip for the best advice from me is to prepare in front of a mirror, because you are seeing your face imitations, you're seeing how you're presenting, how you are talking, and if you feel any mistake, you can adjust it before the conference. So you have to prepare well in order not to feel that you are reading a foreign speech, okay? As if you're reading. No, you have to be prepared. And next, you have to value your words. This is considered to the first step, that you have to delete all excess lines. And then by deleting excess lines, you will have a short speech. And this short speech must wrap everything. So you have to value your words, put only the words that matter, and don't put words that are false, or don't put false information. Don't put fake news. Tomorrow I will tell you what resources to search from, okay? And then the most important is you have to dress to impress. Okay, you may say, okay, it's a virtual conference, so no one would see what are you wearing. No, dear, look, your dress directly reflects to your mental health. So when you are dressing formal, when you are dressing in a well way, you will sit really confident, like as if you are in a real MUN. And of course, your t-shirt from up and your like the suit you're wearing up here, of course, it's visible on camera. So you have to wear a formal suit. It's preferably to wear black and white, okay? And for all males here, you can, if you have a formal suit, of course you can wear, and also for women. And next you have, this is a tip from me, it's meditation. You know, I've experienced meditation. When you meditate right before the conference. Okay, you may sit just like you may not sit this way. Okay, just sit, relax, take a really deep breath, say to yourself positive words because your words directly reflects to your mind. You won't believe this, but every day if you like step in front of the mirror and you say, I'm confident, I'm gonna do this, your mind like trust what you are saying. Okay, so maybe you don't feel this, but your words are really powerful. And I try to meditate right before the conference. Take a really deep breath and then exhale. Do it 5 to several times. Okay, and try to empty your mind and just think of peace. You can do it. You will be confident. You will rock. And this is that you have to be enthusiastic. Of course, you can't step into the conference feeling mad or being sad or being depressed, being stressed. No, you have to be enthusiastic. You have to be like enjoying the moment, even if it's like a formal conference, even if it's a diplomatic, even if we're having a diplomatic way in communicating, but you have to always be optimistic, enthusiastic, and this will directly reflect to your confidence, and it will let you shine more confidence. And here's also an essential tip is that you have to talk slowly. You don't have to talk too quickly because when you talk too quickly, words will run out of your mouth. The chair won't understand what you're saying. The delegates will not get you, and you won't sound any natural. You will not sound confident, and this let you lose marks. And the chair will not understand anything, and also you'll feel mad that, oh, what did I do? Like I talked too quickly. I didn't even understand myself. So you have to talk a bit slower and to let everyone understand your word and rhythm. And here you have to speak louder. So imagine you are going into a real MUN. In real MUN, we are in a big room conference. We have 30 to 40 delegates, and you have to step on the podium and you have to let all the delegates hear you. So if you are shy, if you are unconfident, if you are afraid of what you're saying, you won't let everyone hear you. So you have to speak louder. As you can see now, I'm really speaking really loud. First of all, because to let everyone understand what I'm saying and to let everyone hear what I'm saying and listen to what I'm saying. And of course, the most important one is loud voice makes me myself like feel less stressed. Okay, so I don't know, maybe this will work for you. So you have to speak louder, of course, in order to let everyone understand you, besides talking slowly. Okay,
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
hello Muhammad, great to see you here.
Hello. Thank you. Great to see
Okay,
you
and
too.
next we have this tip is you have to work on imitations and emotions. For example, let's take an example. Let's say that I'm now presenting a speech and I'm not showing any imitations or any emotions on my face. You know, while I'm presenting and while I'm teaching you and explaining for you the lesson, you see always my hands are here on the camera, and you see I smile and maybe I show annotations and emotions. Let's say I'm presenting a speech here like this. Okay, so today is the International Mental Health Day. You have to take care of your mental health and put your mental health as a priority. Let's say I'm speaking like this. Will you be enjoying my speech, or I am talking about mental speech? Will you feel mental health? Will you feel that I'm saying you have to smile and you have to be increased optimistic? Of course, no. So you have to have annotations and emotions. When you're saying something that's sad, you may You may lower your voice a bit. You may show that you're sad, okay? You can't be that Yemen lost 1,000 people in an explosion. You can't say it like this way. No, of course, you're smiling. You can't talk about that and you're smiling.
Yeah, that's right. Facial expressions play an effective role in the speaking.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. So you have to play on your feelings. You have to use annotations and to express emotions. I see a raised hand. Adam Smith, do you have any question?
I just like to comment what something you have been mentioned.
Yes.
First, I'm so sorry because you asked the question before 10 minutes, and I have been with the network. It's very difficult here in Sudan, unfortunately.
Yes, dear, don't worry, it's okay.
Yeah, that's why I'm so sorry for I was unable to reply you. I would like to commend and what you say. Right now you are teaching us online.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is a very easy because you are like somebody who is talking with his own or with his her own self. But when you are in the class or where you are with the people physically, there is something kind of, it's very difficult to face the people. If you are not encouraged, it is really difficult to face the people. So that can affect in something that you're going to present to them. This is what I try to comment. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Adam, for your comment. So as you can see, so when you walk into a room really confident, this will let everyone want to wait for your speech and want to hear what you will say because you look really confident. You look really confident of your words and your research and your speakers list, your speech, okay? So everyone will like to hear what you're saying. All will listen to you with their ears and with their minds. And now I prepared, I researched this speech for you about confidence. It's for Prince Iya. He's my favorite of all time. He really motivates me. So let's hear it together.
Zainab, can you hear me? Zainab?
Just a minute. What?
Your slides are stuck somewhere, so we can.
Yeah, on confidence, right?
Your slides are stopped. Do you get me?
Yes. On which slide?
On verbal motions.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh. Okay, let me. You have to tell me before. Let me. Okay. And now, is it on confidence?
Yes.
Okay, great. So let's now hear the speech for Prince Iya.
Confidence isn't walking into a room thinking that you're better than anyone. It's walking in knowing that you don't have to compare yourself to anyone. Comparing yourself to another person, that isn't even in your system. There's no thought of comparison. There's no competition with any other human. You are not above anyone. You are not below anyone. That's confidence. When you can get to the place in your life where comparison is dead, where you are good enough, not to others, but to yourself, that is confidence. And you can be good enough right now because you are good enough right now. You might just need to change your mindset. Confidence can be developed in many ways. You can start with your physiology, your posture. If I asked you what a confident person looked like, would you be able to tell me? Of course you would. They look strong, sure of themselves. How are they standing? They're standing tall. How are their shoulders? They are back, upright. They make eye contact. Their head is up, not down. Now, a shy or introverted person might say, yeah, well, that's all good for outgoing people. I will never be confident. Anyone can develop confidence. Some might have to work on it harder than others because they've conditioned themselves into a lack of confidence for much of their life. Anyone can develop confidence. Even the majority of shy people have moments where they aren't shy, like around people they trust, maybe family, friends, or their partner. Moments where they can be themselves fully. So the shyness is selective, which means you can make confidence permanent if you consciously decide to be the person and do the things you do. Not just around those you trust the most, but all the time. Being confident doesn't mean you're loud. It isn't about being the one that has to be noticed. It's the opposite. It's knowing you're great without having to be seen. It's the silent winner. It's the humble champion. If you lack confidence, you can change. If you lack anything, you can change. You can be anything in life, including radical personality change, if you are committed to finding the answers. Unlock the greatest version of yourself, your true nature of confidence, of pure positive energy. Unlock your authentic power today.
Yes, so as Prince Iya said, that you don't have to compare yourself to others, but you have to be the best version of yourself. And I liked really the question he asked, that if we asked you what a confident person would look like, will you say to us, of course, yes, a confident person will stand tall, will his posture or her posture will be fixed. You're like the way you are speaking will reflect to others. So I request you in the formal conference, please, if you will, it's preferably to use a laptop and place it in in a wall position. Okay, please fix your posture and talk confidently. And if you're joining from your phone, you have to fix it maybe on a wall, maybe on a chair, on a table. Okay, and then you start by saying your speech, but please don't hold your phone like this and you start dancing and saying your speech. No, please, you have to be diplomatic, you have to be confident. I know you will all be confident, you will all shine. But before we finish for today, I just want to add something which is yields to my presentation, just for tomorrow, in order for tomorrow not to learn new things, and tomorrow will only be a revision and questions. Okay, but
Okay.
before we end with yields, do you have any question?
No.
No, nothing.
No.
No question.
Okay, great, dear.
And I will practice all the modems.
What, could you repeat your question?
No, ma'am. I think there is no question. But I will practice.
Please send the videos on the group.
Yes, okay, sure. And look, guys, there is something in my mind that I may record short videos which will be the PowerPoint with my voice. It will be quickly just a revision and send it to you on the group. And this will be easier than just watching the recording from the first to the end, okay? Because during the meeting we are interacting, and this way you will just have the lesson.
Okay,
because,
thanks.
also yesterday we had a technical issue, and yesterday's meeting wasn't recorded, unfortunately, but I will record for you a short video and send it to the group. And of course, anytime you can inbox me with any question, and please don't hesitate. Okay, yeah,
Great.
Fields. So just a minute.
Thanks, Lord.
You can use your time to share questions and to other delegates. Okay. So what I'm saying right here. So as you know, in the speakers list, we're having a limited time for a speaker. For example, every speaker have a 1 minute. What if you finished before the 1 minute? Okay, like your speakers list took only 40 seconds and you still have 20 seconds, okay? So the chair asks you, delegate, you still have 20 seconds. To whom you'd like to lead your time? Yielding your time is giving your time to someone or something. So you can either yield your time to the chair, and by that, the chair may ask you a question, or okay, may just do nothing and say for you, thank you. And you can yield your time for questions. So in this 20 minutes, any delegate or the chair or the director can ask you a question. And when you yield your time to questions, this means that you research really well. This means that you're really confident of your knowledge of your speakers list, and you can answer any question and you can handle any question. So this is an added value and added marks for you if you yield your time for questions. And if you don't yield it to the chair or to the questions, you can yield your time to other delegates. You can select any delegate you want. For example, if you are the delegate of France, you say, I yield my time to the delegate of China. The delegate of China is obliged now to go on the stage or to open his or her mic and say anything regarding the speakers list. Okay? Did you get it? Or do I repeat?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yes.
Can you
Okay.
repeat?
Yeah, sure, yeah, I can repeat. So look, only in the speakers list, as you know, when you want to present a speech or a speakers list, you have a limited time. It may be 1 minute, 115 seconds, 2 minutes, okay? But you finished your speech before the time ends. Maybe you were saying you finished your speakers list within 40 seconds, but you still have 20 seconds from the 1 minute. So the chair asks you, to whom do you want to yield your time? Yielding your time is giving your time. So you may yield your time to the chair, and the chair can ask you a question or can just say thank you. You can yield your time to questions, and let all the delegates ask you any question they want, and they might not have any question. They can ask you a question regarding what you've said. Okay, so you have to be always confident of your knowledge and your speakers list. And also you can yield your time to other delegates, and you mention this delegate. For example, I yield my time to the delegate of China. And when you say this, the delegate of China is obliged to come up and say his speakers list for 20 seconds. He may just say a bit. He may just say the first 2 lines, okay? So you can yield your time either to the chair, nor to the questions, nor to other delegates. Is it clear now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. You're most welcome. This is only in the speakers list. In the moderated caucus, when you are saying speeches on the subtopics, you don't yield your time, okay? The chair wants, even if you still have time, the chair would say nothing. But if the chair wants to try you and you are in a moderated caucus and he says, okay, delegate, you still have 20 more seconds. Would you like to yield your time to anything? But you have to be clever and say, oh, yield, we can only yield our time in speakers list, and this is a moderated caucus. So you can say, no, chair, we can't yield our time in moderated caucus. This is just if the chair wants to test you to see if you prepared well and if you deserve to be the best delegate. And now we finished for today. It was a great session. Thanks a lot for interacting, and see you tomorrow with our last training session. But of course, we will always be interacting on the group. I will be always receiving any of your questions. And as I told you, I will record for you small videos, which will be revision for everything. And this way it will be much more easier than watching the whole recording. Do you have any question before we leave?
Thank you. We shall meet
No
tomorrow.
question. Thank you very much.
Thank you so
Thank
much. You're
you.
most welcome. And bye. See you tomorrow. Same link and same time. Bye.